Welcome to a new episode of Tech Updates. Today we are bringing you the most recent and critical cybersecurity developments from the past week, events, attacks, campaigns, and advisories that demand attention from security teams. We're focusing on incidents reported or escalating between late February and early March 2026, with a technical breakdown of what happened, indicators, impacts, and defensive takeaways. All details are drawn from credible reports and official sources for accuracy. These three stand out as particularly urgent due to their scale, active exploitation, or geopolitical implication. First, the escalation of Iranian-linked cyber activity amid the ongoing U.S. Israel conflict with Iran following military operations starting the 28th of February 2026. This includes observed phishing campaigns, hacktivist DDoS, and potential ransomware pivots. Technically, threat actors ranging from pro-Iranian collectives like Darkstorm Team to nation-state proxies have deployed Android malware disguised as replicas of legitimate apps, such as the Israeli Homefront Command Red Alert APK. This delivers surveillance payloads that exfiltrate location data, contacts, and messages via C2 over encrypted channels, often using Firebase or compromised cloud services for persistence. Phishing lures mimic emergency alerts to trick users into sideloading malicious APKs, bypassing Play Protect with obfuscated droppers and dynamic code loading. Hacktivist groups have ramped up volumetric DDoS using botnets for amplification, UDP floods up to multi-terabits per second scale observed in related campaigns, targeting financial and government sites. Ransomware elements appear opportunistic, with groups like Tarnished Scorpius, INC ransomware, listing Israeli industrial victims and defacing logos for propaganda. For defenses, here are a few recommendations. Enforce strict APK vetting, enable Google Play Protect enhanced scanning, monitor for anomalous outbound traffic to Azure, hosted C2, and implement geo-blocking where feasible. Financial institutions remain on high alert for blended threats like credential theft leading to extortion. Second, CISA's edition of CVE 2026222719 with a score of 8.1 in Broadcom VMware Aria Operations to its known exploited vulnerabilities catalog on March 3rd and 4th of 2026 due to confirmed active exploitation. This is a command injection flaw, allowing unauthenticated remote attackers to execute arbitrary OS commands on affected Aria Operations instances. Exploitation vectors involve crafted requests to vulnerable endpoints, often in internet-facing management interfaces, leading to full system compromise attackers. Chain this for lateral movement into virtualized environments, data exfiltration, or ransomware deployment. No public POC exists yet, but in the wild activity shows post-exploitation use of living off the land binaries like PowerShell or curl for C2 callback and credential dumping. Federal agencies must patch by the 24th of March 2026. Enterprises should prioritize air gapping or firewalling ARIA consoles, enable detailed logging, for example, via vRealize Log Insight, and scan for indicators like unexpected child processes spawning from Tomcat or Java services. This joins other VMware exploits and ransomware chains, underscoring the risks of unpatched virtualization management tools. Third, the University of Hawaiʻi Cancer Center ransomware breach disclosure, impacting up to 1.15 to 1.2 million individuals, with details emerging in early March 2026 from an incident traced back to August 2025, but involving ongoing data exposure risks. Attackers encrypted files on research servers tied to the multi-ethnic cohort study, stealing sensitive health records, SSNs, names, addresses, and medical histories via initial access, likely through phishing or unpatched vulnerabilities. Post-encryption, exfiltrated data appeared on dark web leak sites, enabling double extortion. The university offers credit monitoring and identity theft protection. Technically, ransomware used file encryption with strong algorithms, for example, AES 256 plus RSA 2048 hybrids common in modern strains, combined with living off the land techniques for persistence, scheduled tasks, WMI subscriptions. Indicators include anomalous SMB traffic, high volume outbound transfers to cloud storage, and ransom notes in directories. Lessons: segment research networks with microsegmentation, enforce least privilege on file shares, deploy EDR for behavioral blocking of encryption spikes, and regularly test backups for offline immutable recovery. Healthcare research data remains a high-value target due to its irreplaceability and regulatory weight. My take on these events highlighting accelerating trends, geopolitical conflicts, fueling hybrid cyber operations, phishing plus DDoS plus extortion, rapid weaponization of high-severity flaws in virtualization platforms, and persistent ransomware targeting sensitive sectors like healthcare with long-tailed data exposure. The shift toward identity-based initial access and supply chain-like exploits in management tools means defenders must prioritize patching velocity, behavioral analytics over signature detection, and zero-trust segmentation to contain lateral movement. Proactive threat hunting for C2 beacons and anomalous sessions is non-negotiable now. Stay vigilant, patch fast, monitor aggressively, and prepare for blended threats. That's our episode on the latest cybersecurity must-knows. Thanks for tuning in to Tech Updates. If you found this information useful, share with a friend or colleague. Thank you for your support.